And I know I brought this up before, but who was Mr. Sanders?
No, bother. There's no more honey left. If only the honey tree would visit. Oh, then I could eat my fill.
I went really dark and said that maybe Sanders was just some guy that Pooh devoured before taking his house. Yeah, look in here, you can get an elixir. But, yeah, I know that's kind of dark, but, no, really, as much as I did love Winnie the Pooh as a kid, you know, when I got older and I thought about that, I didn't really get it. I mean, the narrator basically says, he had the name over the door in gold letters and he lived under it, or something like that, and I didn't really understand why. I'm probably just thinking too much about it. Unfortunately, I've never read this. I've never read the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and I would love to. I would love to eventually read that. Maybe there's some explanation in there, but yeah, I don't. I really don't get the Sanders thing. Well, you know what, kids, it's a story, whatever.
Hello? Is anyone there? What am I to do? I'm all alone. Pooh, where are you? It's me, Piglet.
Is it just me, or is Piglet tinier than he should be? I know in one movie that they had, I think this was released in theaters, they they were looking at some kind of scrapbook, and I think it was one Piglet made himself, and he drew the pictures. They weren't like snapshots that I guess Christopher Robin took. I think he painted them himself, and his picture was kind of small, and one of them pointed at it and said, "What's that tiny pink dot? Like, is Piglet really so tiny that they can't even identify him in a picture?" But he seems, maybe it's just me, but he seems tinier than he should be. So yeah, you basically just creep up behind him. And if you don't and he sees you, he will run away.
Oh dear, I was just, never mind. I'm sorry. Don't be scared. You're looking for Pooh, right? You know Pooh. Oh, you see, I have something for him. I have to take it to Pooh right away. Oh, Pooh!
Oh, I believe I smell a delicious something. Something like honey.
Pooh!
Hello, Piglet. How have you been?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I thought you'd gone away. I brought what you asked for.
Thank you, Piglet. Now I can finally have some honey.
Really? But how?
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee up the honey tree, see?
What if you take their honey? Won't the bees be angry?
Oh,
Now time for our first minigame. And I really don't like this one. So yeah, they're gonna pretty much explain it here. But you know, basically what you have to do is follow Pooh up the branches, and you have to strike the massive bees with your Keyblade. And if you're not quick enough, they will attack Pooh. Well, they'll attack the balloon anyway. And he will fall to the ground. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a low score on this, because I really suck at this. He says you can use the rush command to get up there, but I don't really find it that helpful. It is pretty darn helpful when it actually works. But yeah, he'll leap back up by default. Now the rush command basically allows him to jump back up to the branches. He'll jump, I think, where he left off. So, oh crap. So even if it was the top branch, I think the rush command will bring him back anyway. No, come on. Work. See. So him leaping back onto the branch is kind of helpful, but yeah, a lot of times his automatic movements kind of backfire. Well, yeah, your score is basically, it depends on how much Pooh can consume within the time limit. See what I mean? I'm supposed to jump on that branch and he didn't even make it. I do like this track though. And I believe most of the minigames they have, I think they're based on actual stories. Because, yeah, I did have the videos as a kid, and I remember Pooh in the Honey Tree, at least. And I think that was the very first one that they released. Well, one of them, anyway. I think it was one of the first ones. And I do remember he uses a balloon. Yeah, I think you can only use Rush from the ground. And he... that didn't even make a difference. Ah! Yeah, Rush only works when it wants to. I'm really not sure what a decent score is. But, I forgot you can't glide here either. Can you? Oh, you can glide. Well. Not exactly helping me. Okay, yeah, Rush probably would have worked. That would have helped there because Pooh was at the top. But yeah, I really don't like relying on Rush. It's especially apparent in the next minigame. But they have a separate cutscene here, so I think I did get kind of a decent score.
What I will do for honey.
Okay, Nature Spark. Now, actually, before I forget, I am going to, not read. I'm going to return to Merlin's house, and I'm going to visit the fairy godmother, because, if I don't, I'm probably going to forget about that. Nature Spark is a summon, and I believe that is Bambi. So, and I don't even know if I Did I bring Water Gleam to her? I think I did. Yep, that's Bambi. Oh, Lord Fortune. Okay, she's the one that gives it to you. Okay, so I guess that's what you get after you return all of the summons. And it's not as powerful. So I think I'll just keep this one. So where's that thing? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that first activity, I'm pretty sure that's based on Pooh and the Honey Tree. Only he's supposed to disguise himself with mud, make himself look like a cloud or something. That was the point of him flying. And this next one, I think is... This might be based on that same episode, because I know he visits Rabbit in that episode, and Rabbit, he ends up eating all of Rabbit's honey, and he gets stuck in Rabbit's entrance. Okay, so I can't glide here, but I could glide during the minigame. That's odd. Ooh, mail. I'm gonna steal it. Ooh. Oh yeah, I know this is a reference to that, actually, because, yeah, I remember him speaking through the entrance. And Rabbit would reply, well, yeah, he'd basically say he's not home, and Pooh wouldn't take the hint. I particularly remember that because he has, it's a line that I really liked in that episode. When Rabbit speaks into a jar and he basically wants to alter his voice to make it sound different, he says, "It isn't meant to be." I really like that line. Basically saying, "It isn't meant to be my voice, I'm not Rabbit." But of course it doesn't work. And we only hear Pooh, Piglet, and... Actually, I think they're the only two that we hear. Because I know we don't hear Tigger talk, we don't hear Rabbit talk, and we don't hear Owl either. Okay, so basically they want to find some honey. But Rabbit basically doesn't want to share. And he's claiming we have nothing for him. But, look up there! Now, yeah, I said he doesn't want to share, but I'm mostly saying that in reference to the show, because it's actually kind of understandable that he doesn't want to share. Pooh basically eats him out of house and home, and not only that, he blocks the entrance to his home. So yeah, we have to leave the house, and they're basically going to stop us. Now look what happened. That was fast. So, let's go pull Pooh out.